But in my experience, a lot of that orchestration is actually me hitting like one or two or yes or no, or figuring out a path or which model to use or what reasoning level to use. And it's not that that's hard, but it interrupts that flow because what I really want to do is start evaluating the output or looking at the diffs or maybe running evals against the output to see what's actually happened in that session. Now, moving that planning to the code obviously makes it repeatable, which is fantastic. But I wanted to actually show you the session itself. Okay, so I'm running some things in here. I'm just going to hit I set this in approval mode, and I actually think you should use approval mode for this because it moves really quickly. Now I'm going to hit yes here. At the bottom here, you're going to see two agents that are running right now. And all I'm doing is running a skill that will use a general purpose agent underneath it. And it will use that general purpose agent to go through and review the skills. Now, watching Claude Code zoom by is not that impressive. I can zoom through and show you some of the rest of this session. But basically, all we're doing is testing skills, kind of like Karpati's auto research. So we're just iterating through them is what I told the skill to do. But I wanted to look at that code as well. So if I can, let's see if we can pull that up here. All right. So this is our test hotel wizard.js. So what this is going to do is test that one of those skills that we were talking about, but test it with different roles. And in this case, I realized that highlighting doesn't look as well as I want to in cursor here, but these roles that we're looking at are Python, Node, Go, Java, and .NET. So essentially what I was saying was take someone from this field, like an agent in this field, think about what their concerns are, and using that point of view, try to use the OTel wizard and see what happens. And the rest of this code isn't that complicated, honestly. So it's kind of like you're a back-end engineer. You can see it here, and then it replaces it with the language. And the lang is that array that we had up above. So using one of these languages, say you're a back-end engineer, and then continue through. And then what's pretty interesting is for each of these, as we go through it, we can assign those skills to it, but they can turn on or turn off as you need them, which I think is the real game changer here. So we talked about Claude Code. Sorry, I'll just go back to my first example. Again, I'm so sorry, this is a little bit smaller than I expected, but if we zoom in a bit here, we can see it on the bottom. We've got this, whoops, oh my bad. But on the bottom, we can see that it's auditing the agent observability there. I'm just going to move my taskbar. So what I want it to do is actually talk a little bit more about how we can take that workflow that we've got. So it kind of feels like we're removing some